Well, good morning. It is morning. It's 1:15. Anyway, it's 1:15. We're in New Hampshire, and we're leaving for DC. Let's get rolling. Delaware Bridge is where we are now. So we are almost off the turnpike, and Delaware's got to get their tax. So, all right, we are in Baltimore under the bay, and we're heading south toward DC. 63 miles to go on this vertically filmed road trip. Started the video, but I'm just trying to make good time and didn't really allow myself time to stop. It is what it is. Well, I guess I'll do a quick video clip here. Again, filming vertically because this is the mount. I always look like incredibly fat from this angle, whereas I don't look as fat when I'm filming sideways. So vertical video adds 10 pounds. So, wow, I have a lot to update you on. I received the title to this car about 2 years ago, and when I did that, I actually ended up putting it for sale at about 37, 38 grand, which was what I paid, which is invoice pricing in 2015. And this was pre-pandemic. I was seeing some Golf Rs go for 30 to 32-ish, similar year, similar miles, and my reasoning was, well, professionally done everything, brand new tires, the suspension, not driven in the winter, OptiCoat, ceramic coating, it was well built, was my opinion, so it should be priced a little bit higher than what they're going for at auction. I got a couple of bites, nothing too serious. Everyone wanted to haggle. It was just too much of a pain in the butt. Pandemic happened. I said, well, I'm going to keep the car for a bit. And then I saw the price of these cars continue to creep up, especially in 2020 and 2021 when they stopped making it. So the Golf R every 5 years takes a 2-year break as they tool up for the next model. And so I put the thing in storage. I did my normal $800 winter, it was a good bump, $800 winter maintenance, did all the fluid changes, put new tires on it, and took it out of storage this May. And I thought, man, the car was kind of hot during COVID, now it's starting to depreciate again. I'm starting to see them go for 34, 33, 32, and it's because the Mark 8 Golf R has hit the streets. So anyone that really wanted a Golf R, they, instead of paying 36 to 40 for a 2019 with 20,000 miles on it, they can get a 2022 with 0 miles for between 43 and 45K. So, value of this car started sinking, and I had to come to some decisions, which was, for preservationists, my goal to preserve this car was flawed from the beginning because the car was stored outside for 7 years. It was driven for 1 winter in the salt, so I have some spots of rust that I've, just kind of drives me crazy, and I always thought to myself, this car is never going to be a preservation car because I've already ruined it for that. It's already a driver car. And so if I want to preserve a sporty car, I need to buy one when I have a garage, and not daily drive it and not drive it in wintertime. So that's kind of been my my reality. And so I saw this car going from $36K to what it's at now, which is $32,000. And I thought, you know, once the Mark 8 is 3 or 4 years out, this is going to be a $24,000 car. And then it's going to be about a $15,000 car, and it's going to sit there for 40 years until, you know, like the S1000s or S2000s or MR2s, it'll start creeping back up a little bit again, but it's never going to be this high again, was my thought process. So despite how well I maintained it using the best components, I knew that it was time to sell it or keep it indefinitely. And so I listed it back on Auto Trader, bunked my thread on VW Vortex, and lo and behold, I got a lot of bumps this time, a lot of emails this time, and basically the first serious buyer asked the right questions. He went through my entire build thread, you know, watched every single YouTube video I did about this car. So he spent like 8 hours completely catching up on the story of this car, and then emails me with a bunch of questions, and I'm like, this is the buyer. I know, like, this is the guy that's gonna really take care of it because he knows the whole story and he gives a shit. And so I went and did a pre-purchase inspection, had it looked over, had it cleaned, you know, had changed all the fluids in November, and I said I'll drive it down to you in DC, and I'll do a one-way ticket home as long as you drop me off at the airport. He said good, didn't haggle with me, and, you know, didn't like waste my time or disrespect me or say, oh, you know, best I can do is 18.5. None of that bullshit that makes my blood boil. And so yeah, that's what I'm doing now. I'm driving down to see him. He's gonna look the car. We're taking it for a test drive. I hope to God he actually still buys it. He has a check in hand. So that's the story of what's going on with the Golf R, and that's why we're here today. Got up at 1 o'clock in the morning and hopped in the Golf R in New Hampshire and drove straight south with a bunch of stuff in the back, which is like all the OEM stuff I took off the car, as well as the winter wheels and tires, which are brand new. So that's the update of what's going on with this thing, and I'll give you guys some clips in a second of the outside of it on its final fuel up. We're gonna get some gas in this thing before we meet with our new owner. I hope he doesn't change her name from Bertha to something else, but yeah, we'll see. I'll get back to you guys in a few minutes. Well, got my camera, take a couple last photos of it. That's that. 53,000 miles on the odometer. I had some real issues the last few miles just thinking about how much I'm going to miss this car. Like, what the hell are you doing? You love this car. Yeah, but the next one will be fine too, and the one after that. But no denying, this is a great car. And if you ever get to buy one or drive one, do it. My favorite part about this car, other than the power and the balance and the control and the way it just flipped around corners, is the butt. The butt's like the best part about this car. The super wide rear fenders. All right, that's that. Time to say goodbye to Bertha. I know a lot of people were like, no. And plus, a lot of people were probably unsubscribing because they're like, well, what's the point of staying around for this guy if he's not going to do anything else to it? Because everyone was like waiting for the engine to blow up. All right, I gotta take some pictures before the guy shows up. Looks like we didn't hit anything, but got some hair there. That's weird. All right, guys, thanks for watching. And see you on the other side with whatever car is next. I'm gonna miss it. I had 3 people yesterday when I was at a client meeting come to me, 3 separate people, and say, hey, that's a Golf R. You never see those. What's it like? And I'm like, well, it's great, but I'm selling it tomorrow. No! And these weren't even car people. All right, photo time. Bye, guys. And bye, Bertha. This is this new home. Bye, golf. It's been fun.